talk about the revamped form builder. dotCMS has had a form builder built in for years, but the existing form builder was deprecated, and this is the upcoming replacement for that functionality. And what the new form builder allows you to do is to really create these custom forms. In essence, they're content types, but they're content collection buckets that you can actually, customize and push through workflows based upon how they're configured. So, for example, if we take a look at this Contact Us form, you can see here that we have a number of different fields: first name, last name, email, phone number, and all of this can be dragged and dropped. We also have some other interesting fields. We have a My Interests, which is a tag field, and a headshot, messages. And the headshot, this is actually a file upload. And there's two other important fields for the new form builder. There's the form email, and this is the email that's going to get notified when there's a new form entry, and then there's a callback which tells the form processor what to do after the form successfully submitted. Now, an important new piece in dotCMS 5.2 is you can connect this form entry into a workflow. And so if I take a look at edit this form, you can see here that the workflow, I get to choose a default action that when someone submits this form, I'm going to push this through a particular workflow action, and I can publish it. In this case, I'm going to select form submission, which automatically sends an email and notifies the email on record. But this is a really important capability to be able to collect these form entries and then push them through a workflow, because it allows you to do things like save the form and then sync it to Salesforce, or to collect the data information and then fire a webhook. All of those are available, as an integration point. The workflow action allows you to take the information collected and then do with it and process it and post-process it however you see fit. And so to use this form, this Contact Us form, all I have to do is browse to a particular page on my site, and in this case I'm going to browse to the Contact Us page, click on Edit, and say I want to drop our contact form onto this page, and it's going to automatically render, and I'm going to go ahead and save and publish this. And now when I come and visit this page on the front end, you can see here now my form is automatically rendered. The new forms in dotCMS are built using a JavaScript technology called Stencil.js. And so what Stencil.js allows you to do is build platform-independent web component that can be delivered and used across all different varieties of web and JavaScript platforms. And the new form builder in dotCMS is all API driven. So what that means is we have a JavaScript library that you can use in your single page app, in your Angular app or React app, and point that at a form in dotCMS, and that JavaScript library is automatically going to render the form and the form controls within your single page app in a platform independent way. Okay, so let's go through the process of actually using the form. Looking at this form, it's a little bland. Maybe I want to make some changes, maybe make it a multi-column form. So what I can do is come back to the form builder, and I can drag a column into the form. And now I have first name, last name, phone, email. Maybe I want to move headshot over here, my interests over there. That looks like a nice balanced form. Now coming back and refreshing, you can see I have a nice two-column form. And the validation's happening both server side and client side. So the submit won't submit until this form is valid from a client perspective. Binary upload is an interesting field here. It can take, you can cut and paste a URL into it, or you can obviously browse for a file to upload, but you can also cut and paste a URL into it that can be automatically uploaded into dotCMS. So if I take an image, for example, copy image address, come back and paste that, you can see here dotCMS has gone out and pulled that down. It's going to automatically drop that into the piece of content. Let me go ahead and get up. So interesting note, the binary field in this form is using the new temp API that's available in dotCMS 5.2 that allows you to upload temp files into dotCMS and then include those as part of a content submittal process. So to continue filling out the form, email, again, this is validation on the client side. The field's not valid. My interest, this is a tag field, so it's going to automatically fill in based upon the tags. And again, keyboard accessible. And I go ahead and I hit submit, and thank you, we've received your form submission. And so what's happened is that form's been ingested by dotCMS and been pushed through the workflow process that was designed for that form. In this case, it's a form workflow process that sends an email to the email on record that includes a link, the information, a link to the associated image, even the image as an attachment, and it has a link back to dotCMS where you can actually see the form entry within dotCMS and manage that form entry. And you can see this is the form data that's on the workflow step, contact submitted, and includes the workflow actions that are available to the user at that workflow step, things like sending an automated reply or syncing to Salesforce. You can build the workflow to do exactly what you need within dotCMS, and the form submittal is a trigger to begin pushing content through that workflow process. And with that, we're excited about the new form capabilities in dotCMS 5.2.